What type of relationship do you have with music, and what purpose does it serve for you?
Music has always been an outlet for me to get my emotions out in a different way.
I got more dreams, got more to think than myself. Without the external stress, I wouldn't believe in myself. Shit, my pride left me homeless, didn't believe in no help. Drunk myself into a coma, didn't believe in no help.
You know, rather than, like we probably have friends or met people or know people that like we grew up with that were angry kids and, they acted out in school and whatnot. Or you had the sister that was very emotional that cried all the time, And so like that was like something I had experienced. Like I had a bad anger problem growing up. And so I realized like I started out writing poetry first. And I realized like the relief I had like off my shoulders, anytime I would write a new poem. And then when I started doing music, like the first song I wrote like 5 verses to it. And like I was majorly upset, but I felt better like after finishing the song. And then like continuing on, anytime I felt down, anytime I felt happy, like it was always a way for me to be able to like rather than express how I felt like physically or emotionally right there in that moment, I was able to kind of hold on to that moment by writing the song.
That's interesting that you say about anger, because I can definitely relate to that. I mean, I wasn't, and I guess anger shows up different ways. Mine was just kind of like I bottled it in, and so it kind of manifested, I guess, as anxiety, but it was actually anger. I stopped creating music for about, I would say 6 to 10 years, and I had a whole bunch of health issues. This didn't click for me until I was on the other side, but I had a whole bunch of health issues while I wasn't creating music. But the moment I started writing, going back into the studio, expressing it, like a lot of that stuff resolved. So I think that's powerful.
Yeah,
like the function that music can play in our lives, in our health too.
And the thing about it is that like we may not be able to see it till we back into the groove of doing things. But I think it's always cool when you have people that are close to you and they can see it different.
I losing my mind, losing my focus. You make a lot of noise, take up my focus. Distracted by the things that you say.